option is this.
This is what the cab drivers do at the airport when you first get here. So just get ready when you land. They kind of attack you, but you just get Yandex and you can wait over in the parking lot for them. I already have a taxi.
This Yandex problem is?
Yeah, I already have one.
It's official cab. That's it. City center, hotel, no problem.
Taxi?
Nope, I already have one.
No Yandex. $10, let's go. Good shot.
That guy was trying to charge me $10 for a ride in his taxi when the Yandex ride is literally 77 cents to the hotel, and you can get a business car for like $1.50. So that's what I got. But yeah, definitely avoid the taxi drivers outside the airport. They will rip you off. Alright guys, it is a beautiful day in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Today we are headed over to Samarkand, but we have a little bit of time, maybe 4 hours to explore Tashkent before we head to the airport. So I'm going to check out the historical bazaar. There's a marketplace, a food marketplace that we can go see, a railway museum, and a couple other you know, touristy spots, I guess you could say, here in Tashkent. So we're just waiting for the Yandex, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Oh, also, I stayed the night tonight at the Royal... oh, what is this? The Royal Mezban Hotel and Spa, and it was really, really nice. I think it's like $50 USD to stay here for one night, so it's a great buy, and the rooms are great. So, yeah. All right, guys, we are here at the bazaar, and it is really busy. There's a whole bunch going on here, lots of people. I also wanted to mention that if you're coming from the United States, you do need a visa for Uzbekistan. I would not recommend trying to get it online. The system online is very complicated. If you Google, lots of people have trouble getting their visas. So there is a visa on arrival that you can get, or you could just simply go to an embassy. I'm staying here for under 5 days, so I don't actually need the visa. I'm just here on transit. But if you're here for more than 5 days, you're going to need a tourist visa for Uzbekistan. Look at all of this food that they have. Oh, I need to go find an ATM and get some cash because I'm guessing these vendors probably don't take a credit card or a debit card. They do scream at you a little bit when you're walking down, but that's okay. Ah, here's an ATM right here. Speak of the devil. The food here is kind of a mixture between Russian and Middle Eastern food. It smells so good. They give you some bread when you first sit down. You guys, this kebab is so good. So just delicious, so juicy. The best. It looks like the bus station is also attached to this market. So if you guys are using local transportation, it'll probably bring you to this market at some point. I don't know the bus stops, but looks like it's attached to that. There's lots of nuts, fruit, vegetables, a little bit of everything at this bazaar. Well, this is a really nice little marketplace. There's an outdoor and an indoor section to it. And they sell quite literally almost anything here. So whatever you want, you could come here and get. A lot of it is fresh produce. Some of it is also like canned name brand stuff they have here too. So, wow, look at that. They have a little dessert shop in here. Maybe I should go in there and get some desserts. Yeah, I think I will. All right, guys, I ended up getting these little like strawberry things from that person at the or the shop, I should say, at the bazaar. Now we're headed over to the Hazrati Imam complex. I think that's how you pronounce it. This was named after a Muslim who spoke 72 languages. Hazrati was a poet. He was a translator. He also translated the Old Testament from Hebrew to Arabic. So that's one of the most notable things that he's remembered for. His grave is also around this complex as well, so it's famous for that too. I don't know if they're gonna let me in actually, but we'll try. All right, we are here. There was actually no place to enter or to be checked or buy a ticket. You can kind of just walk right in. So this is the outside of the complex. See this really pretty symmetrical writing, the tiles. The mosques in Uzbekistan are really like none other in the world. They have a really unique look to them. It's kind of similar to Morocco. When you go to Morocco, there's a lot of mosques with this same kind of design, but you don't see them everywhere. So this is really interesting to come see. Okay, you guys, when you get to the inside of the complex, it's actually really touristy. They're selling souvenirs, clothing, you know, all kinds of things. So I guess tourists are welcomed here. If you guys come here, don't be scared to walk inside. Alright guys, we are here at the Railroad Museum in Uzbekistan. The very first railway was built from Tashkent to Orenburg by the Russian Empire. The first railway was of course built by the Russian Empire because this happened all the way back in 1874. Not long after the United States built the first transcontinental railroad in 1869. So only 5 years later the Russian Empire was, you know, starting to use rail cars and kind of catch up to the United States. This is really, the railroad was created before the USSR. USSR started in 1922 after the Bolsheviks revolution, when the Russian Empire ended in 1917. So all of these cars that you see here, even though they're from the USSR period, really the railroad was built by the Russian Empire long before these cars were around. But we know that these are USSR cars, one from the writing. Even this one has a giant star right on the front of it, so that's very, very USSR, you know, related, right? But also because of the colors, the bright colors. These are all USSR colors. So we'll kind of take a look around and look through all the cars. You can also go up and inside the cars to look around at the engines and things of that nature here. So yeah, it's a really, really cool museum. I think it's also free. I just walked inside. Nobody asked me to buy a ticket, so I might be wrong on that. I'm not really sure. But I think it's free. I think you can just walk in and see it. So it's pretty cool. You see all of the green, yellow, the red colors, black. And then of course the infamous USSR star. And I think they have the engine that you can see inside if we go up these stairs. Let's take a look. Here's where they would put the coals in to keep feeding the engine. I'm not sure about the current usage of the railway system here in Uzbekistan. Maybe somebody else knows and can leave it in the comment section, but I'm not sure if they primarily use railway for transportation, cargo anymore. I would assume they use planes now, but I really don't know. I mean, obviously this track here isn't in use, but they might have some other tracks that they still use in this area today. Here are some passenger cars, still with the seats inside. Oh, you guys, they have some eerie USSR music. I think some of the fake rocks are speakers. When you're walking around, you'll start hearing little wisps of old 1980s USSR music, Soviet music. I think this one's my favorite, you guys. Look at that beautiful slide right in front. Can you imagine a USS officer just taking a slide right down? Well, this is a cute place. They even have like a little play area for kids. It's very cute. There's nobody here, but it's a cute museum to come visit if you guys are in Tashkent. There are some Russian people back there doing a photo shoot. I wonder if they're reliving their USSR memories. Those are the only other people I've seen here too. There's almost nobody here. I don't know if this is actually a popular. One of the Yandex drivers offered one of these to me in the car, and I wasn't sure what it was. It's actually dried cheese, but he was eating it like it was candy. So I think this is kind of like a dessert here in Uzbekistan, dried cheese. You guys, I'm here in Samarkand, Uzbekistan, and I just got to my hotel. I'm staying at the Osio, I think it's called, Plaza, and I just realized I forgot my passport inside the airplane. Out of 128 countries, this is the only time I've ever left my passport inside of the plane before. So there's a first time for everything. I'm going back to the airport to try to go find my passport so I don't get stuck in Uzbekistan. But this is a really, really special place, and I'm super excited for it. They call this the heart of the Silk Road. Is that my Yandex? No, it's not. They call this the heart of the Silk Road because it's where Europe and Asia and also Africa met. It's literally in the middle of the Silk Road, right? So it combines those three continents together. So tomorrow we're going to go explore some old historical places, some mosques. It's going to be really, really fun. I'm really excited. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy.
العزيز المتعزز بالعزة هو قدرة هو الله الأول هو الله والآخر هو الله الظاهر هو الله والباطن.
That is a mosque back there called the Minaret, and that's a place where public prayers are held. So that's what they're doing back there. And then right here is another mosque. I need to look up the name of this one, but we'll try to go inside and see. It's super, super beautiful. The paintings on the tiles are really, really exquisite. This is the Emir Timur Mausoleum. He was like a war hero during the period of the Mongols, I believe. So we'll go in and see. You do have to get a ticket to this one. So you're getting a ticket. Oh, this guy married the great-granddaughter of Genghis Khan. Huh. This is the tomb where he's buried and his family is buried. I believe that's his tomb right there. I think this is an old crypt where the bodies would have been held. And now it's a store down there. Let's go down into the store. Let's see what it looks like down here. They have a tourist police here. I wonder if that's the police just for the tourists. No, I think this is if you are a tourist, you can call 102 and get help, I guess. This is, I think it's pronounced the Rokobod Mausoleum, and in contrast with the one that we just saw, this one is much older. It was built in 1380. I mean, even the building itself, it almost looks like it's kind of tipping over. The structure is a lot different than the other one, and there's no coloring, no tiles, but you can see the inside of the mausoleum if you walk up and look. And this is the public square, the minaret, after they've cleared all the mats, the prayer mats. Nobody's here anymore, but this is what it looks like without anybody here. We're here in Uzbekistan Square. This is really the heart of the city. And this is also where you see all of the pictures from. When you see pictures of Samarkand, usually it's from that mosque right there that you see the pictures of. And I'm also looking around trying to find a shared, ooh, what are they doing? Oh man, I came at the right time. Look at this. They're having an army celebration today.
Yangi chaqirilgan muddatli harbiy xizmatchilarni tabriklash hamda tadbirimizni ochib berish munosabati Samarqand viloyat mudofaa ishlari boshqarmasi boshlig'i Xalqoniy Quvvatov Burxon Erkinovga marhamat.
Assalomu alaykum askarlar, nuronilar. Mana bugun yosh askarlarimiz Samarqandda alp o'rmonlari farzandlari o'z vazifaviy burchini bajarishda, ota-onasini, davlatimiz tinchlik va osoyishtaligini saqlash uchun ilk qadamini bugun mana bosmoqda, ya'ni qurolli kuchlarimizni mudofaa vazirligi harbiy qismlari ishga bormoqda. Hurmatli askarlar, sizlardan har
Идите сюда поближе, я сделаю, чтобы сейчас захватить дело.
eser şamalday uçkur samanım Var bulsan çalanımdır ölsem kafanım Hangi verdiği gel takdiri azar
Kun yasaymiz. Hurmatli ota-onalar, farzandlaringiz bilan 15 daqiqaga tayyorlab olishlaringiz.
Well, that was pretty intense, you guys. I couldn't imagine getting into a dance-off with those guys. They had moves. Let's go get some coffee and ice cream. They just leave them out here bare without any packaging on them. This is a memorial or a statue of the president. Islam Karimov. Right now we're headed over to the Imran restaurant. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is a restaurant that's on Google reviews a lot. People, I don't know, I've seen people rave about it on YouTube and on Google, so I'm hoping that it's really, really great. It's right next to the square, the city center square, so it's very touristy, but hopefully it's very authentic too, and we can go get some amazing Uzbekistan food. We're here at the Imran restaurant, and they have this nice terrace up here. I might actually sit on the second floor because I don't want to be in the heat. Oh, this looks so good, and everything has a sauce with it. I love it. And the sour cream with it is really, really good. And these little fried dumplings look really, really good too. They have the sauce with it. So good. This is lagmen. I think it's Uyghur. It's a traditional dish. I'm not honestly sure what's inside of it. It looks like maybe some beef, some like green beans, some noodles. It kind of tastes like an Italian pasta dish, but with more like Middle Eastern flavors, Turkish flavors, I guess. It's pretty good. The noodles are really, really good. They're hand pulled, and you can tell like they're all different sizes. They're not perfect. They're really good. Oh, you guys, that meal was so good. I got 4 different items and 2 drinks, and it was only $18, including a 15% service charge. And this is one of their most popular restaurants in the city, and it's for tourists. So you'd assume that it would be, you know, kind of pricey, but I mean, honestly, $20 for a meal like that is, that's like the pricey meal in the stands. I've gotten some of the best deals I've ever had in Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan. It's just so affordable. Everything is so affordable here. Also, if you guys visit Uzbekistan, it's generally impolite to use your left hand to shake somebody else's hand, to take that guy's running from something. Like to take something from somebody with your left hand. The left hand is generally used for personal hygiene here. So yeah, if you're here, you don't use your left hand. Something else I've noticed is that people love spitting in Uzbekistan. I've been walking up and down the streets, and like, I don't know why, but like every couple minutes I'll see some old man spitting on the sidewalk. It's so disgusting. All right, guys, and here we are at another mosque. I have no idea how to say it. I think it's Bibi Kahim. I'm just gonna call it the Bibi Mosque. But again, it has this beautiful tiling all along the walls and the foundation. Really, really pretty. Right behind the mosque is a farmer's market. We'll go visit the farmer's market and then we'll circle back around to the Bibi Mosque. Wow, look at this marketplace, you guys, it's huge. Oh, I don't think they want me filming them. This farmer's market is great. The retailers don't attack you as much as they normally would. So it's pretty nice to just come and look around. They still scream at you, but they don't come up and like attack you like they normally would. They have a little bit of everything. Here's like nuts, fruit, like canned fruits, things like that. They have clothing, cups, glassware. I just had a lady come up and bother me though. She just came up and like touched my arm with her child asking me for money. Okay, maybe I spoke a little bit too soon. There's an indoor part of the market too. Let's go on the indoor side. Okay, it looks like it's not really indoor, but there's little shops like along the side that you can go inside. And it's mostly clothing inside that you can go buy. It's pretty cool. It's very traditional clothing too. Like long dresses, long skirts, things like that. Oh, here's one with backpacks. They kind of give you dirty looks if you film around their shops. You know, actually they might be saying something to me, but it might just be in Russian and I'm not understanding it. I think they actually are coming up and asking me to buy stuff. I just don't know what they're saying. Oh well, ignorance is bliss. Oh, here's a place for glassware over here. There's a place for knives. Looks like they have some knives, men's shirts. There's another place with knives. They're kind of cool looking knives, but I don't think I could get it through airport security. Oh wow, you guys, the odor here it's strong. This is pickled everything, like pickled cabbage, pickled cucumbers, like pickles, normal pickles, everything pickled. Ooh. Yeah, thank you. Spices. It's a big market. They have literally everything. It's a huge market. If you guys are here, it's definitely worth checking out and seeing. Reminds you of like an old historic market. It's appropriate, of course, being that this is the heart of the Silk Road, and trade was such a huge aspect in this city. So yeah, it's really cool to come see. I mean, it's historic. I think I'm gonna head over to the mosque. There's a couple different mosques that we'll see. The Bibi is just one of them. There's a couple more. Look at all as the detail on the doors. Could you even imagine how long that took? Wow. Ooh, the birds sound really pretty. It was 50,000, I think they used some, 50,000 some to enter. This is one of the largest Qurans in the world that they have here. This mosque was built during the Timurid Renaissance and is considered one of the most, beautiful mosques in the world. Although a lot of mosques look exactly like this one here in Samarkand. So sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between all of them, but this one is very, very nice. It's just so exquisitely detailed. The walls are very, very detailed and symmetrical. Islamic art has a lot of symmetry in it. This mosque was actually built by the wife of Timurid. Bibi was the wife, so it's named after her. They have these little carts that you can take that go to Registan for 5,000. There are cars that come all the way to this area, to the farmer's market or the entrance of the farmer's market. So you have to use these little cars. Oh, I just happened upon this restaurant here before we get to the next mosque. I think I'll stop in here for tea or coffee or something. I don't think they're gonna let me inside because I don't have a hijab on. Even though I'm covered head to toe, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go inside, but I'll walk up the stairs and see. Maybe they'll let me. This is a sacred and eternal place where the first president of the Republic of Uzbekistan, great statesman and politician, the respectable and honorable son of Uzbek people Islam Karimov rests. This was the first president after the fall of the USSR. Of course, Russia colonized Uzbekistan back when it was the Russian Empire, and then the USSR took over after that. Fall of the USSR opened up Uzbekistan and the other stands, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, to having their own presidents. So this was the very first president of Uzbekistan. This is his burial place, or his mausoleum, I guess you could say. We're also inside of the Hazrat Kizer Mosque, I think it's pronounced. I have no idea the pronunciations of any of these names, you guys, so I'm not the official information guide. Take everything I say with a grain of salt because I don't know, I'm just a tourist. But yeah, this is again another mosque here in Uzbekistan. There's also a large, really kind of giant grave just around the corner from here. I'm not sure what era the grave is for, if it's still an active grave, active graveyard, but there's one just around the corner. If we walk up the street, I think we can see it. Here's this large grave site. There's also some graves of Poles that were sent to Uzbekistan during World War II after Hitler invaded Poland. They're about 3 hours from Samarkand. So if you were interested in more World War II history, that would be something to check out as well. Yeah, it looks like this is an active grave. They even have fresh gravestones with people's pictures. We're here at I think it's the Shahi Zindal Mosque. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, but it's a memorial complex of Islamic architecture and has all these really beautiful tiles around it. Lots and lots of detail. The ticket price for this one is $3 or $4 USD or 50,000 some. The tile work, it's very similar on all of the mosques that we've seen today. The same colors, the patterns are very similar. Of course, symmetrical Islamic art is always symmetrical, so you know, the tiles, you cut them in half, you'll see the symmetry there. This particular mosque is up a hill. So if you're coming here, you have to walk like an hour from the central city or Randstand, or you can get a Yandex and it'll take maybe 10 to 12 minutes from the city center. Look at this, you guys. It's like a hidden treasure inside. Look how beautiful. This one is definitely my favorite out of all of the mosques that we've seen today. I think this one is the most beautiful. It's the most heavily decorated and it's vibrant blue. It's really, really pretty. Just sitting here waiting for my taxi. We have one more spot to go to, and then I think I'm going to head back to my hotel. I also just looked up the minimum wage here in Uzbekistan because it is so affordable here. I'm wondering, what do people earn? There's a monthly minimum wage. It's not hourly, it's a monthly minimum wage of 1,155,000 some. So that's equivalent to about $89 USD, which is shocking, but with how affordable it is, I think you probably could live off of $90 a month here. I do think it's possible. The rent though would be where all of your money would go to. I think the average rent is like $200 or $300 USD per month. So minimum wage being $90 per month, rent being $300 per month, you can see where that doesn't add up. But I don't know, maybe you get an apartment with multiple people, you live with your parents, somehow everybody makes it work, right? All right, guys, we're to our final destination of the day, and my phone is on about 5%, so I hope I can capture this without it dying. I think this is called the Observatory of Ulubek? Uglubek? I don't know. I have no idea, you guys. You can comment you can make comments and tell me that all my pronunciation is wrong. I have no idea how to pronounce this, but it's again a really, really beautiful mosque. Really amazing tile work. I think we're gonna get a really pretty viewpoint too up here. We have the tourist police. Oh, look at this. Nobody's here. I think I'm the only person. This is kind of nice. It's like a little museum inside. This is a 15th century drum, a military drum. this is his letter to Charles VI. It's a copy of it. The entire complex. This is a historical narrative about Emir Timur's victories. We have a fragment from the 14th century gilded mosque. Some old currency, silver and copper coins. Land property document of Emir Timur's period. Look at the writing. Look at that. This is a fragment from the observatory itself. A book that contains a coordinates, oh wow, of 1,018 stars. Oh my. Good morning, you guys. Today we are headed to Tajikistan. This is going to be country 130. Right now I'm in Uzbekistan and I hired a taxi or a private transfer off of Daytrip. There's an app or a website called Daytrip where you can book private transfers to and from cities, even if it's international. This is my first time using them, but so far it's been really, really great. They were able to find me a ride within 24 hours. And so we're stopping at 3 different places along the way before we get to Dushanbe. We're going to be stopping at the Ugat Bazaar, a mausoleum. I forget the person's name, but we're stopping at a mausoleum over in Tajikistan. And then I believe it's Rohit Gate we're going to. And I'm really, really excited and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm sorry, I don't have any. Sorry. I don't have any, I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't have any, I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't have any. Alright guys, we are headed to the Ugat Bazaar right now. This is a huge bazaar. It's in the Ugat Mall too, so when you come here it's an indoor building, and it says mall, bazaar, same thing, right? When we think of a mall though, we really don't think of like a marketplace like this, but if you guys are looking for it, you could probably find it by typing in Ugat Mall. So yeah, we're gonna go inside and see what we can find. I'm gonna try to find some coffee because it's really early in the morning. We started at about 7 a.m. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some coffee and see what we can find. There's already somebody following me around. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I know this is gonna be fun. Oh man. There's these really big pieces of bread. I don't know what these are called. I think I've already had one of these though. They're pretty It's pretty plain and taste. Just to give you guys an idea, I think it's I think it's Saturday today. It's a weekend in this bazaar. It's pretty busy. I think Sunday is the busiest day online. That's what they say. So yeah, you would wait until Sunday if you really wanted to find everything here. So it looks like the bazaar is really the outdoor part, and then of course there's the mall, the inside part. I think I'm going to take a quick look in the mall just to see how that compares to the outdoor side. This is mostly textiles and clothing that they have out here. Lots of like plastic goods, like home goods, things like that. This is just a friendly reminder too, if you're a tourist and you see a little child or a baby come up and ask for money, do not give them money. That's not right. Their parents or whoever's watching them is forcing them to do that, and you don't want to encourage that. So the right thing to do is to not give them money. And that kind of goes for any time that somebody comes up and haggles you or asks for money. So yeah, well, now we're inside the mall. It's a lot of the same things. It's a lot of textiles and clothing. There are some home goods, but it's mostly clothing. It's a lot of clothing. I got one of these for 3,000 some. Looks pretty good. Looks like some fried dough maybe. Now I'm sitting out here waiting for the driver. I messaged him and he said that he went into the market too. So now I'm waiting on the driver. Now we're here at the border crossing. This is a very busy border crossing. There's people, just stragglers hanging out around the border crossing. I don't know what they're doing. The driver told me to stay in the car. I guess he's inside. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, I'm just hanging out here in the car. Maybe we're waiting for it to open. Maybe that's what it could be. No. I have a driver. Okay. He's coming back. You guys, I'm at the Uzbekistan border, and I got denied because I don't have a visa for Uzbekistan because I was going to be here for less than 5 days, but you have to enter and leave through the airport. You can't leave via land crossing. So now I have to go all the way back to Tashkent or Samarkand. You guys, this ride has not been very fun, to be honest. The driver has been picking his nose the entire time that he's been driving. I don't know why, but he's been like flicking it out the window. He's been eating it. It's just been really uncomfortable, and he's been like 5 hours. Actually, we started at 7 a.m. and it's 4 p.m. now. So it's been the entire day of this. He has a radar detector in the car, and he's speeding as quickly as he can, which I'm not the police, okay? I don't care if you want to speed, but there's potholes in the roads. The roads are not smooth like they are, in Western countries, that they're bumpy. So he's going quickly over these like potholes, and we're like dun 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 dun, and it's just like that the entire ride. We're just like bump 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 bump, and he hasn't turned the AC on the entire day, and it's hot, you guys. It's 20 degrees Celsius outside, and not to be rude, but he's getting a little bit of like odor, like actually a lot of odor, and I'm smelling it, and I'm getting frustrated, and I'm really, really excited to get out of this car. It's been a really terrible car ride. So, okay guys, I'm finally at the courtyard, Tashkent. This hotel is great. I really like Marriott. They're not everywhere, but when I can find a Marriott, I really like Marriotts and Hiltons. So it's just kind of a basic room, but yeah, this is where I'm going to stay for the night. I'm probably gonna go get something to eat. I haven't eaten all day. It's been a stressful day, you guys. Let me turn you guys around. Yeah, it's been a terrible day, you guys. I mean, you can tell my hair looks terrible too. I don't have makeup on. Like, it's just been a day. I don't know if I would use the Day Trip website or app again. It was pretty expensive. It was like $350 USD from Samarkand to Dushanbe, which, you know, if you're in the United States, that's not a lot, right? I mean, it's like a 5.5 hour car ride, so it's not actually expensive, but in comparison to the prices here in Uzbekistan or Tajikistan, it's very expensive in local prices. I think Day Trip takes a lot of the money and then they outsource. It's kind of like Uber, right? They have a lot of contractors and they'll find a contractor that will, you know, take you on a long trip or, you know, stop at some tourist destinations along the way, something like that. It would probably be, I don't know. I think it might be a good idea. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to definitely try it again in Africa because that's really where you would need something like that. And it's supposed to be English drivers. They advertise, Day Trip advertises that all of their drivers speak English and they're available to, you know, drive you for a long trip, right? Like an international trip. It's something like what I was doing today. So I'm going to try it again, but I think it was just the driver. It was a really weird experience, you guys. Like, the guy asked me to get up at like 7 a.m. to start the trip. It was like, okay, no problem. 7 a.m. up and ready. And then when I met him, he's like, hey, I'm going to stop at my house really quick. And I'm like, okay, like, whatever. Okay, we'll stop at your house. So I stayed in the car and he got out and went in his house. And then we went to the marketplace and he like drove away for a period of time and like I couldn't find him. He like left me at the marketplace. And then he messages me and he's like, oh yeah, I'm shopping. Be there in 10 minutes. And I'm just like, okay, like, what is this, you know? I felt like I was a hitchhiker. And then throughout the trip, he was picking his nose and eating boogers, you guys. Like, I just didn't, I don't know. I was just shocked. And, that was just so gross. And then, you know, of course it got hot and he wouldn't turn the air conditioning on in the car. And I don't know why. I've heard people in Europe say that it costs more to use the air conditioning in your car. I don't even know if that's true. I've never even thought about that. Like, that thought has never come into my mind. Is it going to be too expensive to use my air conditioning in my vehicle? So he wouldn't turn the air conditioning on, and, you know, like 5 hours, you know, even 4 or 3, 2 hours of that, it got really, it was a putrid smell in the car, you guys. And I'm sure that he could smell it himself. I would assume that he could. I know he can smell it because he was lifting up his armpits. Like, the worse the smell got, the more he found excuses to lift his arms up, and it was filling up the entire car. It was pretty gross, you guys. Like, that was really long. It was a really miserable trip. He was playing like music that I normally like wouldn't listen to. And then I got denied at the border. So it was just an overall fail today. But I'm glad that this experience happened, because if you're a tourist and you're coming here and you don't know anything about Uzbekistan or the visa system, now you guys know you can come for 5 days. But if you're going to come for 5 days or less, visa free, you have to enter and leave via the airport. You can't do a land or a border crossing. I don't know about the other airports. I came back to Tashkent just to be on the safe side. I don't know if you could leave from another airport. After today, I was not willing to even try to leave from another airport. But anyways, now you guys know. Also, if you're a tourist, which you probably are, or you're a local, if you're watching this video, you might be an Uzbekistani local. You have probably tried to go on the Uzbekistan website and get your visa. You guys, the website is horrible. It is absolutely terrible. I can't tell you how bad of a website it is. I feel like I'm on like a Macintosh from the 90s or the early 2000s. It is so janky. It doesn't give you confirmation. I was even messaging somebody on Telegram. I was looking through Reddit because all these other people are having the exact same problem where they can't get confirmation. The website won't work. It's giving them like weird messages. So I went on Reddit and somebody had the Telegram phone number that you could text. So I've been texting the person. And this is actually how I ended up in this situation. I messaged the person and I asked, I said, I was going back and forth and they weren't helping. They weren't like, here, let me take your information and like do it for you on our end since our website sucks. Did not happen like that. So that's not the kind of help you'll get if you message. But they told me, well, how many days are you going to be in Uzbekistan? I'm like, well, I'm only going to be here for, 3 nights, maybe 4 nights. I'm not going to be here very long. And they're like, oh, well, if you're there for less than 5 days, you don't even need the visa. No problem. Did not mention to me that I had to fly in and out, couldn't do the land crossing, like didn't mention any of that to me at all, given I was messaging somebody on Telegram. But that's kind of how I ended up in this situation. I've done this before too. I mean, this is 129 countries. I've done this before. Belarus, I had the exact same problem. I've done the same thing. I think it was Vietnam that but I've gotten turned away at a bunch of land crossings. It didn't really faze me, to be honest. But it's still a great day. I'm going to stop complaining. It's still a great day. I'm still having such a great time in Uzbekistan. I'm going to go to this really amazing restaurant that I found on Google Maps the first time that I was here. That I didn't have time to go to the first time. So I'm going to get ready so I don't look like a hobo. And yeah, we're going to go have an amazing dinner. And tomorrow we'll head to Tajikistan. Look what I found downstairs, you guys. Real American popcorn. Oh yeah, that tastes real, all right. Just a side note, this orange popcorn, this is great. We should actually get this in the United States, in America. I've never had orange popcorn before, but flavors go really well together. This is delicious. Wow, this is really cool. The courtyard, their breakfast has a big thing of honeycomb that you can just cut right from. They have some pretty good options too. I got some, this is really just chicken broth. They call it chicken bouillon or something. Cheese, the honeycomb, croquettes, sausage, and then some fish. All right, guys, this is my final morning here in Uzbekistan. This has been a really fun country, and honestly, probably the cheapest country I've been to. Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan were equally just as inexpensive, but if you guys are looking for affordability, this is really a fantastic place to go. They say Eastern Asia is most affordable, but because of all the tourism there, it's really not, and that this particular area of the world doesn't have a lot of tourism. So yeah, really affordable, really great place for vacation. The TSA in Uzbekistan was insane, you guys. I collect currency, coins, and they took a handful of my coins out of my purse and started going through all of them. And I think the guy took a couple of them, which I'm not happy about because, I go to like great lengths to try to collect all of these different coins from around the world. So I did not like that. That's the only airport that's ever done that to me too.